Guys, it's Minx here. Welcome back to Sakura Dungeon. I hope you're doing well. I've got a guide up on my other screen right now, so I intend to go back and get the stuff that I've missed, because there's quite a few things that I missed on my adventures before we continue with the main game. So I hope you guys don't mind a bit of backtracking in this video, but hopefully we'll get some interesting scenes, as I'm sure we will. Anyway, before we continue, let's meet our captured ninja. Darkness has been creeping throughout the prison, a secretive mist billowing from one prison cell. Sari insisted that she had come with me when I decided to do this. Now then, do not open the cell until you have her under your spell. Under no circumstances are you to turn your back to her. Stay outside of arm's length from the bars of the cell. Can you remember all of that? Don't worry, I can look after myself, Sari. But you seem rather concerned about me. It's my duty to look out for my party members. Anyway, start whenever you want. I approach the cell and stay out of arm's length. I know you're in there. Are you willing to have a chat? The mist begins to die down. The outline of a figure is visible. She slowly walks up to the bars and stares out. So I know you aren't much of a conversationalist, but would you mind helping with a few questions? No response. Very well then. I'd like to talk to you about your loyalties. Would you say you're happy working for your current dungeon lord? For the longest time she just stares back, then shakes her head. Oh? Then would you take an opportunity to leave, if you could? She nods. I do not trust her for 1 second. She can only answer yes or no questions, so we can't determine her reasons for leaving. Honestly, Sari, if she was defeated by us, then we could simply do it again. The assassin just looks on. Will you join me, assassin? I'm sure I could offer you better terms of employment than your dungeon lord. She nods. Okay, well that was great. That was top-class negotiation by Yomi there. Anyway, let's organise the party. Right, so who don't I want anymore? The Fox Miko. I'm sorry, but the pirate, I haven't leveled her up, so she's kind of useless. You know what I mean? I mean, what level are these people? The ninja is much higher. The Fox Miko, I guess. I guess I'll bring along the genie. We'll have a variety of different, you know... Sari, Sylvie and me in the front row. Yomi, Assassin and Genie in the back. Now that's perfect. Okay, so now... There's some bits of the Lutz statue that I've missed that I'm not going to show on camera because they're not going to be that exciting to get. So I'm going to go and get those. I'm also going to go and look for some chocolate. To go to the chocolate baths, because I think that will be interesting. Anyway, let's be right back. So this guy should be the final Lutz statue shard. It was all the way back at the beginning of the fucking game. Hey Yomi, another statue shard. Oh, I think this is the last piece. Really? Really put it back together? Yes, I'm sure the goddess this statue represents will grant us her favour. But just one thing. How do we put it back together? Obviously I cannot do that. I don't know nothing about magic, nor the divine. What about you? No, there are people better suited to the job. Let's pay them a visit when we're back in town. I'm really, really excited. A divine statue watching over us. Okay, so let's take these things to Charlotte right now, I guess. Nice to see you again, my humble master. Need some more supplies before you head out again? Not quite. Sari eagerly empties the contents of a sack onto the shop counter. The smooth pearl-like pieces of the Lutz statue pour out. Charlotte looks at them closely. Oh. Now this brings back memories. She grows quite melancholy as she looks at them. Fortuna, my one and only goddess. I did not abandon you like the others did. What are you talking about? Oh, it's nothing. Just remembering something. She inspects each piece closely. I see, these are pieces of a statue. And you want me to put it back together? Yes. Can you do it? Obviously, it will take a lot of time. But I think I can do it. Well, what are you waiting for then? After some time, Charlotte emerges from the back of the shop. It's done. Fortuna will bless you with her luck now. All you have to do is carry this with you. Sari eagerly takes the statue from her hands. However, I can't but notice how reluctantly Charlotte parts with it. I hope she guides you to fortune. Okay. Something odd going on there. Still. Interesting. I need to buy some warding stones to actually, like, get through this shit. Seeing as I'm clearing out old floors and stuff, I need warding stones to Reduce the encounter rate so I can actually, like, get through shit. Spending all my money. Spending all my money. Alright, okay. Now, next job is to get some chocolate. Because everyone likes chocolate, right? We should probably try and catch ourselves a Ninetales while we're here. Trust not your eyes when entering the lands northward to find the font of everlasting sweetness. Reach to the east to find it. You must pass through what seems to be impassable. It seems to be related to the riddle we found on the previous floor. But what could it mean? I'm sure we can work it out. I'm sure we can too. So he looks around the room, eyeing a chest in the middle of it. Well, it appears the riddle led us here. She looks at the chest. Well, there's only one way I'm going to find out what the riddle hinted at. So he walks up to the chest slowly. Everyone seems to be eager to find out what's in the chest. The question you must ask yourself is if you're prepared for this to be disappointing. As I said before, the fickle nature of human desire. It's per usual the assassin has little to say. She makes subtle movements with her hands. I think she's saying that she wants to open it too. Is she like a mime? I want... Oh my god! They should get like one of those things the talking monkey has in Congo. I want to open the chest. Amy, open! Something about this chest seems a bit off. What do you mean? Sylvie looks at it more closely. I don't know. It's probably my imagination. Meave sniffs the air. Something smells sweet. Something does. And with slow, deliberate movements, Sari flings the chest open. She's staring inside the chest. What? She slowly backs away from it. By the gods, what is that? Is something the matter? What in the actual fuck is that? What in the actual fuck is that design? Not so loud, please. I'm sleepy. A head pops out the chest. Melted chocolate pours over its edges, coating the entire pedestal around her. Visitors. Hello? Greetings. Sari leans over to whisper to me. Yomi, what is this? What is so shocking? It's a chocolate mimic. A chocolate mimic. Where do I even start? Mimics love sugar, and they're fully capable of mimicking certain substances too. So I do not see how a chocolate mimic is so far-fetched. Just forget it. I'm giving up trying to understand all the absurdity around me. Can I help you? I'm pretty sleepy, so I'd like to take a nap. I think she would make a fine servant. This monster, Yomi? Seriously? Believe it or not, she's quite strong despite her docile personality. This is how she survived being sealed in this room for so long. How strong are we talking? Stronger than you are at the moment. I've never felt more ashamed at myself than at this moment. The chocolate mimic lets out a loud yawn. Can you leave, please? I'm very sleepy and you're being noisy. I would feel rather guilty if I had to fight her, but if she's strong as she says she is, then perhaps it would be worth bringing her with us. Well, she isn't like the type who would do any work unless you made her do it. Let's fight. Level 45 isn't so bad, actually. Jesus Christ, I have to censor this whole fucking model. Just fucking die, please. No flowing. Just like... general death, please. Oh, she flowed. She fucking flowed. Of course she did. And now she's gonna dodge all my attacks for 10 minutes. Oh no! Well done. You found 100 mana shards. Why did you do that? I only wanted to sleep. I feel really guilty now, Fox. Was this really the right thing to do? Perhaps not, but we need more allies. Sometimes you have to make decisions which aren't necessarily morally just ones. Now then, Chocolate Mimic, do you know why we're here? No. Well, I want you to work for me. But I don't like work. Sleeping is better. You have to work for me whether you like it or not. But I don't like it. Just leave me in this room and let me sleep. How about we leave you in this room in your chest and I will just summon you when I need you. You can sleep as long as you like otherwise. I still have to work though. Okay, I feel a little less sorry for her now. Spending eternity in this room and sleeping is just plain lazy. My thoughts exactly. Okay, I'll work for you. Please let me sleep when I'm not doing that. I agree to these terms. Wait, before we go, what exactly was the deal with the puzzle? Who wrote it? What puzzle? I don't know about any puzzle. Well, it looks like we have yet another mystery on our hands. Do you not know how you ended up in this room? I've been asleep for a very long time. I wasn't in this room when I was last awake. Do not think you're going to get any answers out of her. We'll have to work this out later. In the meantime, I have a new servant. I don't like being a servant. Well, you know, tough shit. Tough fucking shit. Right, and the rest of this floor is just bollocks, I think. Yeah. Okay, so let's get ourselves a Ninetales, and then we're finally, I think, back on track with most things done. Let's have another look around, shall we? Apparently, I should talk to Isabella and Charlotte before I do that, though. You know, I haven't seen Isabella and Charlotte in the same room for a long time. Both of them are very busy women. I know this very well. But I find it odd I've not seen them together since I've woken up again. Did something happen between them when I was asleep? I think I should invite both of them for a little chat. It could just be me overthinking things. But it's important to know what's happening among my subordinates. Looking around the inn, Isabella is nowhere to be seen. How odd. She's very particular about turning up for work. I wonder where she could have wandered off to. Looking inside the shop, Charlotte's nowhere to be seen either. There's no way that Charlotte of all people would just take the day off. Now where would the two of them be? There's no sign of them in town. Seems I have a mystery on my hands. If both of them disappear at the same time on the same day when they would normally be attending their jobs, well, I can't exactly write them off as coincidence. Perhaps there's something I've not noticed. But I suppose I can ask about that when I find them. Now then, the gardens. The only place I've not checked thoroughly in town. There's a possibility they've entered the dungeon. I'm not exactly concerned for their safety despite their mundane jobs. They are quite strong. Stepping out, I see two figures standing underneath one of the floral archways. Takes me a moment to realise what it is I'm seeing. Isabella and Charlotte, standing there together, sharing a long, passionate kiss. Isabella's hands sits firmly on Charlotte's hip, pulling her closer. I swear I can see their tongues moving as well. How? You got X-ray vision, Yomi? You stupid fucking fox! This is not just any kiss. It's one between two lovers longing for one another. Deciding not to interrupt the moment, I make sure to keep my distance. The two of them are focused on holding each other that I'm sure they will not notice me. I can hear them whispering to one another. Don't you think she'll be shocked when she finds out? No, she's a sharp one, our humble master. I wouldn't be surprised if she hasn't worked it out yet. How interesting. But in retrospect, it does make sense. Why are they being so secretive about it, though? It's a shame we're always so busy and rarely get to spend time together. I know. Even now, someone's bound to notice we're gone. Do not care about it. Let's enjoy this moment together. You are the only thing in the world right now. This is sickeningly sweet. I suppose they really are in love. When exactly did this happen, however? It must have been while I was away. With their sweet nothings whispered, they go straight back to locking lips. Can't help but notice that Isabella's hands are starting to move to certain places as well. Not here. Charlotte gently brushes her hands away. Later. Isabella looks disappointed, but she still holds Charlotte's soft, inviting form in her arms. Who the fuck wrote this? I understand. Can we cuddle at least? Charlotte simply smiles at her. Always. That's actually kind of cute. And so they continue to stand there, pressed up against one another. The only sound echoing through the air is their breathing. It's a beautiful moment, uninterrupted by the noise and day-to-day rush they would go through. Not even the breeze whispers a single word as these two lovers express their passion for one another. Just for now, I only want to think of you. No money, no customers, no items. Just you, Isabella. That was kind of cute, wasn't it? The two of them emerge from the gardens, taken aback by seeing me standing there. Oh, my humble master, what brings you out here? I heard everything you said. The two of them just look at each other. Sorry. We've neglected our duties. What are you sorry for? If you two wanted to spend some time together, why do this? All you have to do is ask me. You see, we want to do our best for you, my humble master. That is the truth. If we neglect our duties from our own selfish desires, like we just have now, Isabella hangs her head slightly. Don't be ridiculous. You've been faithful even in my absence. I admire your devotion, but I do not want you to neglect your own happiness for my sake. Enjoy your time together as lovers, for you never know when it may end. Both of them look at each other, and smiles bloom on their faces. For I know that the two of them are holding hands together. Thank you, my humble master. Thank you very much. Do not worry about it. Be faithful, but do not sacrifice your own happiness for me. Oh, that was pretty sweet. That was actually a really sweet little scene. Oh, even my old fucking steel heart is like, oh. Right, let's find some fucking Ninetales. There should be some, like, in here, right? There should be, like, the 3 stacks. I guess I'll be back when I find one. So I captured a Ninetales. I can't believe we managed to do that. She was, like, 10 levels lower than us. Of course we did. Such incredible spellcasting. She wove an incredibly potent magic without so much as missing a beat. Fox spirits of that caliber are truly incredible. But I do not understand. Why is such a powerful spirit wandering around at this level? And why is there more than one of them? You must remember this dungeon is not comparable to any you've seen before. Everything here is powerful, even the lowliest minions. That's simply how it is. Would I have been able to get anywhere had I not joined you, Fox? I cannot say for sure. But what's important is we're all working together now. Our chances of victory are far greater united rather than divided. To think we're fighting at such a level. It's going to be one incredible story to tell a bard one day. Humans are fond of stories, aren't they? I can understand. I love them too. That was like a bit of irrelevant dialogue there. Okay, let's head out again. Let's meet our captured Ninetales. I have a long history with nine-tailed spirits. Back in my homelands, they all belonged to a noble house which had fully integrated itself with human civilization. The fact they've been called here by this new dungeon lord only means that something very big is about to happen. The influence of this dungeon lord has also reached far in my absence. There are many intriguing things which have happened. Many intriguing things. However, I can wonder about that later. I tried to negotiate with the arrogant spirit first. There you are. I know you could not ignore me for long. Yes, I know you are too well. But what of you? It's obvious who's the stronger one here. Yet I only see one tail. You must come from far more ancient lineage than me. I've always considered my lineage to be meaningless drivel. Ultimately, we're masters of our own fates. So strong that you carve your own fate. You're indeed an interesting spirit. She looks me up and down. What purpose does a spirit such as you have here? It's not the interest of monsters to cooperate. I'm afraid the Dungeon Lord and I have a disagreement, so I'm going to take this dungeon from them. And what will you do after that? I prefer peace instead of war, and it's obvious what the Dungeon Lord's intentions are. And you desire my aid to achieve these goals? Exactly. I would normally think you foolish to say you can defeat the Dungeon Lord, but something about you makes me believe you. Very well, you have my utmost support. Okay, so that's Ninetales done. There is one more thing I want to check. So we're back on the floor the chocolate was on, and we have another item to get here in the secret room. It's a jeweled chalice. Wow, look at this treasure. Siri holds the chalice up, admiring how golden the surface shimmers in the torchlight. It must be worth a fortune. I think I know what this is. It's a piece from Queen Isis's old treasure hoard. Really? It's the royal chalice. How it ended up here is another question. Amazing. A piece of Queen Isis's old treasure trove. So this is the last treasure of the human kingdoms. The kingdom of Queen Isis must have truly been a glittering one. I wonder how many wishes such an empire would have made before the stars. The chalice's gleam can be plainly seen in the assassin's eyes. Their expression changes very slightly. I can see the tiniest amount of wonder in them. She quickly shakes her head and regains her focus. An actual relic from the royal treasury of Queen Isis? This is a historical find which could go down in history! Silver's eyes are filled with childlike wonder as she beholds the chalice. A human made something like this? Even in my travels, I've yet to see something so masterfully crafted. Meave looks at the chalice even closelier. That's not even a... That was like... How did Meave looks at the chalice even closelier? Holy fucking shit. I read so badly, guys. I don't know. I don't even know. Meave looks more closely at the chalice. What a wondrous place the domain of Queen Isis must have been. If only I was allowed to see those times. A thought seems to occur to Sari. The Queen Bee said that she was looking for a tribute fit for royalty, didn't she? Yes, in fact. I believe this would be an appropriate gift for her. Don't you think? Well, Sari looks back down at the chalice. I can see its golden glimmer in her eyes. The chalice would be really, really valuable, wouldn't it? Please give the chalice to me. I don't think you can be trusted with it. Sari's hands quiver as I say that. But Yomi, this is a legendary treasure, probably the likes of which we'll never see again. Are you really going to give it up to that Queen Bee? Please give it to me. Fine. She puts it in my hands. Let's move on. Okay, so we're going to take this to the Queen Bee now. And I think then, finally, we are fully up to date. I know we haven't got the dragon yet, but we can't get the dragon just yet. So, you know, things are gradually coming together. So, I can't really show much of what's going on screen right now, but we brought the chalice to the Queen Bee and it's resulted in a highly interesting scene that you're going to be able to see barely any of. But yeah, looks like we're going to recruit the Queen Bee. Fantastic. The Abyssal Cow, guys. So we're capturing this cowgirl? You wouldn't have enough dare in your diet, Fox. If she's running at this level, then she's strong, Siri. No matter who they are, if they're strong and they're willing, then we'll bring them to our side. Besides, cowgirls can be a lot of fun if you know how to massage them the right way. Let's not go further with that. There are certain things which you do not want to know. You need to open your perspective, Seri. No thank you. Seri pulls out a delicate white veil from her chest. Wait, is this what I think it is? Oh, do tell, Seri. This is the wedding veil. Something I never expected to see. She rubs material in between her fingers. It feels rather nice. I wonder if I could wear a wedding dress one day. I would like that. You're in luck then. Since this is missing past piece of my wardrobe. She freezes when I say that. I don't like it at all. Just leave it here! Despite herself, the assassin appears to be smirking. She has to stop herself bursting into laughter when she sees Seri's face. It's not funny. Don't you dare laugh at me! Well then, you best marry into royalties. I was never into arranged marriages. My parents had something like that planned if I didn't make it as an adventurer. I would like to wear a wedding dress one day too. Sylvie flashes a glance at me. Perhaps you will one day. Life is full of many possibilities after all. Seri's wedding has to come first though. Could you please stop teasing Seri like this? I don't mind having to eviscerate a few people around here to get her some respect. No, that's not necessary. I can't help but give Seri a sultry smile. You said you wanted to wear a wedding dress, didn't you? I cannot arrange a wedding for you, but a wedding dress can definitely be done. Please no. I've managed to handle the other embarrassments you've thrown at me. Anything but this. I refuse to run around in the bridal outfit fighting monsters. You already know that you're going to. So hand me the veil, Seri. She reluctantly places it in my hand. Forget weddings. My dignity is going to have a funeral after this. I swear, so many embarrassing things have happened lately. And she still holds on to her pride. They're just like berating her, just basically. She has literally no fucking chance at all. Right, anyway. This is the floor we were on before, by the way. Hello again. Hello, did you find any chocolate? I have something which will work just as well. I present the chocolate mimic before them. Hello. You said you needed chocolate? Oh, a monster that can create chocolate. I suppose that solves the issue. Maybe borrow her for a while? Go ahead. Oh, I can make more chocolate when I feel happy. Then we'll make you feel very happy. Oh my fucking god. They gently coax the chocolate into the bath, lowering her in. Got a feeling I can't show much of this, guys. One of them pulls out a car covered in runes. What is that supposed to be? Our clients enjoy chocolate in a number of different forms, so we have a number of different tools to help them get the best experience they can. She looks at the chocolate mimic, who just seems to be sitting there. Now then, want to feel good? Yes, please. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. So apparently, chocolate mimics cum chocolate. After they're done, the chocolate mimic returns to us. That was really nice. I am very happy. I'm glad you're happy. The servant hands me a hardened piece of chocolate. A chocolate is positively infused with magical power. Adding more magic makes more chocolate. So we've hardened some pieces with ice magic. Please take one as a memento. You're welcome to come back here anytime you please. Thank you very much. I already have an idea in mind for this. I look over at Seri. She suddenly shudders. What was that cold feeling just now? An ever-flowing chocolate bar. I believe that's another outfit, by the way, guys. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting. As we approach the door, the presence I feel becomes more and more familiar. In fact, it's making my heart race. There's definitely something pretty strong on the other side. I don't really know what else to say about them, though. What about you, Yomi? Does it feel familiar still? Yes. It feels frighteningly familiar. Frighteningly? It's not like you to use terms like that. Who is it, then? The person waiting for us on the other side. I cannot know for sure until we see them. Well, I'm sure whoever it is will have to deal with them. Do not worry, Yomi. Can only give her a troubled look in return. Oh, I see how it is. She just grows silent after that. I feel cold eyes on me again. The assassin's studying me. She knows just as well as anyone here that something is amiss. When in the position of power, you must lead with absolution. Even if you're uncertain, you must ensure that no one else knows that. Okay. Yomi, we're all here. Please, it'll be fine. I think it will be. Maybe just looks at me. I know that feeling of uncertainty. And you know whoever's on the other side, right? If it is, I think I do. If it is who I think it is, then yes. Well, we've made it this far already. Let's go have a talk with them. Seems like she's trying to be a bit more diplomatic with me. If it really is who I think it is on the other side, then I know this entire land is in great peril. Well, I mean, we'll just step through, I guess, and see what happens. Oh, any fat loots? Oh, fuck off. As we step into the room, we take a moment to look at the scene in front of us. Oh, God! Oh my God, all I can think is, like, I'm gonna have to use, like, censor half the fucking screen. Like, Jesus Christ. A town woman lies in front of us, surrounded by many servants. They pour bowls of milk over her, the creamy substance soaking into her skin. She does not even seem to notice us as she lies back in her bath. Anubis, my old friend. She slowly opens her eyes and gazes upon us. Are my eyes deceiving me? My old friend, Yomi? None other. How interesting to find you here. I'm sorry, my old friend, but I cannot waste any time. I need to know why you're here. The abyss is open, and the guardian between this world and the abyss, I was summoned here. Ancient sealed gods are now whispering from the depths below, and their disciples gladly listen to their counsel. As I thought, someone opened the abyss to gain power, didn't they? Correct. And you haven't done anything to stop it? My duty as the guardian of the abyss is to stop things from rising out of the abyss. Anything else is below my notice. I would sound disappointed in you, but I know this is exactly something that you would do. So you're content to lie here and simply bathe while you know that someone has opened the abyss for their own ambitions? What becomes of this world does not matter to me. What matters is that code is adhered to, and who's trying to pass back and forth through the abyss is to be destroyed. What do I care for the whispers of power which come from it? I cannot stop the words of an old god, so I'm content to stay here and bathe, while watching over the balance between worlds. The dungeon lords already passed into the abyss, and I have no intention of pursuing them into it. I would have expected a guardian to care more about the world they're protecting. Nodding to herself, the assassin seems to be piercing all of it together. She examines the Anubis, sizing her up. It's nice to meet the royalty of the underworld herself. I had best prepare myself for some negotiatings. Incredible. This is what it's like to be in the presence of an appointed guardian of the heavens? Sylvie simply looks on in awe. All of my study in the Elven metropolis could not have prepared me for this. So, she's a monster? Not exactly. Then what is she? A divine being, someone sent by the gods themselves to enact this will upon this world. Well, I suppose it would be a good night to start a fight with her. Definitely not. Move takes a step forward. Then what are we to do? If you want to understand how Anubis works, the code is what matters, not the results of its enforcement. Precisely. She looks over to the bowls the servants are pouring over her. But I do have a problem if you'd be willing to bargain with me. Yes? I'm running out of milk. Such a luxurious substance is different to keeping abundance down here. And what you want us to do about it? Milk a cow or something? Precisely. I know there are cow monsters in this dungeon, so find me some milk. Perhaps I'll be willing to help you. As a favour for my old friend. You have a strange idea of favours. Let's just leave for now, knight. There's no further point in staying in here. Anubis desires abundant milk for her bath. You need to capture at least 3 cow monsters to acquire that much milk. Okay. I mean, that isn't overly challenging, I don't think. There's also 2 other doorways on this floor as well, though, that go to other places, which is kind of, like, crazy. There's so much to, like, think about, because there's 2 other exits to this floor. One's sealed, but there's another one that's open to the right. So this place is really fucking huge. And there's lots of, like, optional stuff to clear out, which I want to do all of it if I can in a video, because it makes sense. And that's the last cow we need. A couple of jugs and we're to convince Anubis to assist us. How exactly we're going to milk them? I'll leave that to your imagination. Her eyes grow wide as she thinks about it. If that's how, then I refuse to assist with it. The level we found in the library unlocked this door, it seems. It would seem that way. Now why don't we see what's waiting for us on the other side? So Anubis said there was a divine being guarding an artifact on this floor. A divine being? Someone sent by the gods? More or less. They're angelic creatures which are sent to perform errands for gods now and then. I'm not sure Anubis did say that. I haven't done the milk bit yet. Maybe it's like kind of glitched there. If there's one guarding an artifact, then it must mean it's very powerful or a dangerous artifact. So naturally, it's exactly what we need. Are you sure we'd be interfering with the will of the gods? I mean, I'm not particularly God-fearing or religious, but I always had a healthy respect for them. No matter how strong you are, Yomi, don't you think that beating up a divine being may just be a little bit out of your reach? Agreeing with Ceri's observation, the assassin nods thoughtfully. See, she thinks so too. I have no need for their interference in my kingdom. There's only one figure that my drone should look up. It's one thing to fight a monster. Do not know if I like the idea of fighting someone from the heavens, though. More often than not, humanity's interest is safeguarded by angelic beings. So what would they say about me if I had to fight one? Not all angels are benevolent, and not all of them have humanity's interests at heart. Perhaps not, but I still have my doubts. Strange how you aren't acting hostile to me anymore. What's the point in doing that anymore? I think you aren't working against humanity, so why does it matter? Well, it's possible to fight divine beings, but the repercussions for doing so may be far greater than you might think. Whatever this being is guarding has to be something which warrants the attention of the gods themselves, so we need to be careful. Divine or not, we must be cautious, or whatever enemies we will find down here. I'm not advocating that we throw caution to the wind. Good. The last thing we need is coming so far as to underestimate our opponent. You've changed, you know. You really think so? At the start of this dungeon, you would not flee, but now you're applying more wisdom to your actions. I'm very pleased with you. Strange. The symbol on the warpstone, but the warpstone itself is nowhere to be seen. What do you suppose this means? If I were to guess, the exit is a one-way teleport. The runes seem to indicate it's connected to somewhere else, but it has no means of going there from here. What could that mean then? It's obviously some sort of puzzle, but I'm not sure what kind. The assassin seems to offer no solution. All he does is examine the symbol more closely. One of the easiest things to do is overlook which appears to be useless. I have a feeling that this is going to come back to bite us. There's no way this would be here and there would be no purpose to it. The design of the entire dungeon has been made by careful, precise hands. So what does it do, I wonder? One of the first things I learned to do with thermatology was how to construct one-way teleporters. It only teleported inanimate objects, of course. I can't say for sure this is definitely a one-way teleporter, so just be careful from here. I guess we'll find out. As I said before, there's only one way to find out what it does. Let's push forward, Sari. Well, it's inactive at the moment, whatever it is. Oh god, this is going to be like just a fucking mess, isn't it? It's going to be like a maze hell nightmare. As we continue, I swear I hear someone behind us. Is something wrong, Yomi? Take a single step to the side. A flash of silver arcs its way through the air where I was standing a second ago. Ambush! Our attacker reveals herself. She carries a massive knife with one hand. Impressive, you heard me coming. What a cowardly attack. When you are hunting prey, there's no cowardice. There's only failure or success. Well, you know, she's really high level. This could be really bad. Let's see how this goes. Well, that was a great start. 10 out of 10. She has an S field. I just realised Meave died in the previous fight. Fortunately, Sari seems to have the ability to hit people again. So I had to escape that fight, guys. It was like so difficult I couldn't just move. It just fucked me completely. So this floor is definitely out of my league at the moment, it would seem. But I'll have a look around here quickly anyway. Well, just what I needed after using an elixir. A healing potion. This floor seems really tough, so let's see if we can deal with Anubis first, and then come back to this in a second. I know I wasted the elixir, by the way. Before we attend to other matters in town, I need to have a close look at the cowgirl we captured. Why did we come straight to prison, Yomi? You'll see in a minute. Cowgirl looks back at us from behind the bars. This is going to go really badly for my censorship. What do you want? Just come here for a minute. You're letting her out her cell? I need to make sure the quality of Anubis' product is acceptable. I'm out. Do it yourself. Sari quickly leaves the prison. Oh well, looks like it's just you and me, Cow. She just shrugs. Whatever. After a short walk out of town, we arrive at a rolling green meadow. Here we are. So what do you want from me? Oh, nothing. Just your milk. Huh? You're kind of an oddball. I'm being completely serious. You know, I could just make a run for it and get away from you. But would you want to? I bet that your breasts just ache at the moment. Well, I guess it's been a while since I had a nice milking. Why not? I can always run away if I don't like it. I'm gonna probably have to cut this here. that was interesting. Now then, Sari, it's time for us to get some milk. Do it yourself. Well, as you wish. After a short session in the prison, we have all the milk to appease the Nubis. I'm sure she's going to enjoy every last drop of it. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ, that was just ridiculous. Like, one of the most ridiculous things ever. Is she in our party now? We bring before her the gigantic jugs of milk. I see a small smile on her face. Yes, this is more than enough. Now then, you wish to know how to reach the dungeon, Lord? That would be useful, yes. The door which leads downward is being held by one of her minions. If you wish to reach it, you'll need to go to the western door. The door blocking the way has been unlocked by my servants. Something else on this floor should pose an obstacle. She looks at me up and down for a moment. Perhaps before you go, maybe you'd like to join me for a bath? That does sound enticing. She beckons me over. Come then. What the fuck? What the fuck? Where did that come from? Guess they really are old friends. So yeah, guys, we now have 2 floors to explore on either side, which I think are going to take a lot of work to get through. Like, really, they seem pretty tough. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens and where things go from here. Really, I don't even know where. Like, there's this floor obviously, but then I don't know where the entrance is. You know what I mean? From there, so it's just really. Oh, it's just really confusing. There's so much to this game. It's surprisingly complicated for a game which has you milking cowgirls. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this installment of Sakura Dungeon. We've done a lot of backtracking now. We can start making some progress through the main world and see what happens, I guess. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you really soon for some more Sakura Dungeon. Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Like, he's in the jungle, and like, I'm pretty sure that he would do okay in the jungle otherwise, but when the Grim Reaper comes, it's not alive. Like, you're just automatically dead. So, I rest my argument here.
Yeah, you're gonna be...
Take the extra second.
Rest your argument and rest in pieces, because you've just fucking fucked up, right? Jack Bauer, how many seasons played for, or whatever has it been? 7. How many has Jack Bauer died? 0, because you cannot kill Jack Bauer.
He is dead now. He's undead.
He is undead, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm vetoing that card.